The latest Gran Turismo update has brought with it the Honda RA272, a car that is potentially too good. Surprisingly, the only thing holding it back is that it's too good, which makes it worse. But with a bit of tuning, we can make it worse, so that it becomes just too good. Confused? You're gonna have to trust me. It makes sense. Kinda. So from what I can tell, the main downside this car has is a lack of downforce. And that's easily countered by raising the ride height and softening the suspension so it has more room to do its job. But this car also has fantastic brakes. And when those front brakes go on at high speed, all the weight goes forward, causing the rear to become very loose. So we've made the braking ability in the front worse by adding extreme camber to those front wheels. And now the thing has truly become an overachiever, as if you get the right weather and a good pit stop, you can easily hit 8 laps with plenty of time to spare. If you're interested, here's the tune. I hope it serves you well. And now, let's do a brief run through of how this race is likely to go. Now I don't think I've quite sold just how incredible the fuel tank is. If you're running fuel map 6, you're going to make the whole race without a pit stop. Although, I'm running racing hard tyres, and for me, they are destroyed by the end of the 4th lap. And that means, regardless of fuel, we're going to have to make a stop. And if we're going to have to make a stop, we may as well be running fuel map 1 and pushing it the whole way, and just timing that pit stop around the weather. Even if the rain comes at the end of the 2nd or the 3rd lap, you'll still make it on a single pit stop, as the rain doesn't eat your tyres nearly as much as the dry weather's doing. So you should be able to get 5 or 6 laps out of a set. By now, we've hit the first section of straight track, and like most tunes out there, this car is built for straight line speed over turning, as it rapidly moves its way through the grid, flying past its opponents, and reaching speeds of up to 340 kilometers per hour. But the question to ask then is, can it stop? The answer? With ease, as long as you don't turn. Just set your straight line, and then shove that brake straight into the floor. Second straight now, and I don't really know what to add here. Not much has changed. Just do the same thing again. As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Coming around the 2nd chicane, and now it's the 3rd straight. You've probably figured out the pattern by now. That foot to the floor is the key to victory, and this straight is going to put us right up with the lead cars. The only difference to this straight is we're going to be splitting the braking into 2 sections, where we brake to lose speed before the first corner, lifting off to coast around it, and then once we're on that straight track again, braking to lose the rest of the speed before the sharp right-hander. This is going to help us to retain traction and put us in good footing to take the final car on the next straight. With that, we're in 1st, and all we've got to do now is just keep running a nice consistent pace around the track. Honestly, at this point, the race gets pretty boring for the rest of it, as we cross the start-finish straight for a first lap of 4 minutes, and we're not going to be pitting for yet another 3 laps, meaning that by the time we do, our lead is going to be so astronomically large that when we come out of the pits, we could probably stop for a coffee and still not have to worry about losing. And speak of the devil, it's the 4th lap, and it's time for us to head into those pits. Now, as you can see, we've got plenty of remaining fuel, and that was on fuel map 1 the whole time. Doesn't look like it's going to be raining, or at least not heavily, so we're going to put on another set of racing hards, and those are going to do it for the rest of the race. So now, it's time to get out there and just continue running time trial laps. This may be the loneliest race I've ever had to run. After a while, we finally come round to the end of the 7th lap, coming across the line, and we've still got 52 seconds left on the clock. Now I guess you could just pull over and wait, but I want to see just how far I can get around this 8th lap before the time runs out, which turns out to be here. And with that, all I need to do is complete the lap and walk away with an incredibly solid victory. As usual, if you enjoyed any of this or you found it helpful, please like and subscribe. It really helps. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week. Bye.